determined to ensure it continues to plunge the consumer price index and reaches its single-digit rate target by 2018, the Central Bank of Nigeria has continued to retain its tight monetary measures to fight inflation, writes Kunal Adarinakan. Efforts by the Central Bank of Nigeria to ensure monetary and price stability, which is one of its core mandates, appear to be yielding fruits as the Consumer Price Index, CPI, has continued to maintain a downward streak. Specifically, the CPI, which measures inflation, increased by 15.91% year-on-year in October, representing 0.07 percentage points drop from 15.98% of the previous month. The latest decline in CPI made it the 9th consecutive disinflation slowdown in the inflation rate in headline year-on-year inflation since January 2017, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, which published the CPI report recently. Control CBN has maintained a tight monetary stance with a view to taming inflation and bringing it to a single-digit rate. When in July 2016, it became apparent that inflation wanted to spiral out of control, the Apex Bank raised the monetary policy rate, MPR, the benchmark interest rate, by 200 basis points to 14% from 12%, left the cash reserve ratio, CRR, and liquidity ratio unchanged at 22.5% and 30%, respectively. American Samoa well as retained the asymmetric window at plus 200 and minus 500 basis points around the MPR. And since then, the monetary authority has left the policy rates unchanged at the respective positions to ensure price stability. Besides, the CBN also introduced a raft of policies to bolster its foreign exchange management and ultimately strengthen the value of the naira. Shortly before it tightened the monetary stance in July, mid-June, the CBN reintroduced the flexible exchange rate regime whereby the market was to operate as a single market structure through the interbank/autonomous window. Also, as part of the framework, the exchange rate was designed to be market-driven using the Thomson Reuters order matching system as well as the conversational dealing book. Few months after this policy, that is, sometime in April, the Banking Regulatory Authority consolidated its foreign exchange market reform with introduction of the Investors and Exporters FX window. The I&E window was established to boost liquidity in the FX market and ensure timely execution and settlement for eligible transactions. The window through which the CBN was recently reported to have intervened to the tune of $18.36 billion has been able to stabilize the exchange rate and converged the parallel market exchange rate and the Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange, NAFEX, market rate. Analysis: though the inflation slowed down, increases were recorded in all COI/COP divisions that yield the headline index. According to NBS, while average headline year-on-year inflation for the first 5 months of the year, January to May 2017, stood at 17.45%, average headline year-on-year inflation for the next 5 months of the year, June to October 2017, stood at 16.01%, indicating disinflation from June to date, compared to from January to May 2017. On a month-on-month basis, the headline index increased by 0.76% in October 2017, 0.02 percent points lower from the rate of 0.78% recorded in September.